Hello, friends. Happy Monday. I'm glad that you could join me this. Let's try that again. I'm glad that you could join me this evening. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you are watching from. Tell me if you are going to be watching the national championship later this evening. Let me know if you're rooting for the Jayhawks or if you are rooting for the. I don't remember what North Carolina is. My bad. I don't remember. Are you rooting for KU or are you rooting for North Carolina? Let me know that. Uh, I want to also let you know that I am live in 3 locations this evening using StreamYard, an online platform. To help me go live, I'm live in my Facebook business page, I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I am live in my private Facebook group, the Crafty Collab. And I tell you that so that you aren't confused if you hear me referring to comments that you don't see in your comment feed. That viewer may be watching and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name and pic, and that is all they use. And that is so you show up as yourself in my comments and not Facebook user. That way I know who to say hi to. So let's go say hi to some people. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, and he is rooting for the Jayhawks. And I've left a banner up. Sorry about that. And as you can see, I'm also rooting for the Jayhawks. I hope to be waving my wheat quite a bit this evening. Let's go ahead and get started. This is part 2 of the project that we did together on Saturday morning. So if you were watching that, we put together a wooden banner, and so we're going to finish putting that together by adding some fabric strips. I see that Bonita is on. We were just watching a friend go live on another channel, so we're just kind of live hopping this evening, so welcome. Okay, I'm going to push this little button, and I'm just going to do my overhead angle again. I'm not a big fan of showing my face, but I know some people like to see it, so we'll leave it on tonight. I'll just have to remember that I'm on screen, and I'll have to remember to look up from time to time. Tar Heels. I kind of wondered if that ran through my mind, but I wasn't quite for sure. So thank you, Mr. Jason. So let me know if you're rooting for the Jayhawks or the Tar Heels. That still doesn't sound right, but I guess it is. Okay, so, well, I don't know. Do you like the split screen or the full overhead shot? Let me know. I can do either one. So this is the banner that we made on Saturday. So these are just rectangle pieces of wood that I bought at my local craft store. They came 6 to a package, but they were only 1/8 of an inch thick. So I actually bought 2 packages and glued 2 pieces together to make them almost, they're not quite 1/4 of an inch, but they are a lot more rigid, and they were less likely to warp when I painted them. If you paint something that's about 1/8 of an inch, it can have a tendency to warp. But these did not, so we did Somebody Loves You, the Hop to It, Hoppy Easter, Chirp, and Hippity Hop. And I've already strung these, so you didn't have to watch me do that. And I've got them on about, I used my cutting mat. They're about 5 inches apart. So I kind of pre-measured, and then I cut some fabric. I have, these 3 were fat quarters that I got at Michael's. So I have kind of this watercolor floral. I have this cute little carrot. I have this yellow gingham. And then this is actually a fitted bed sheet, and I've just been using it for all sorts of projects. So it's kind of this stripe. And then if I need some fluff, I have this big ball of blanket yarn. I'm going to have to, I can't see all the comments, so I'm going to have to make them smaller and squint. Bonita says, Jason, shame on you. Go. Oh, she said she thought when you saw that said Tar Heels that meant you were rooting for them. No, he was reminding me what the mascot of North Carolina was. So he says, I'm rooting for the Hawks. She couldn't remember the UNC mascot. Bonita says, those are so cute. Can't wait to see the finished product. I know. I love making garlands. They're one of my favorites. So I have this blanket yarn if I need any extra fluff. So I have about, if I counted correctly, I have about 20 pieces of each piece of fabric, and I'm going to start out with these 4 sections. So I'm going to do, we'll start out with 3 a piece, 3 per section, 3 of each color per section, and then we'll see what we have. We can always fill in later. And I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do 3 consecutive pieces, I think, just to make the print show up a little better. So all I do, I literally just snip and tear to get my pieces. That's why you can see there's a rough edge on each side. It's kind of what happens when you tear it. I usually can tear it straighter than I can cut it. So then I fold my strip in half, so I have a loop up here. And you can either go forward to back, or backwards to back to front. It just kind of depends on how you want your loop to look. And I kind of like to get this little necktie look. Otherwise, you get kind of this weird loop. So I'd like to go from front to back. So again, you're just going to put fold them in half, get your little loop. So I'm going to tuck the tails behind my string and pull them through. I probably should have pre-strung a few of these, but I figured we can hang out, and if you guys need to go to watch the game, you go right on ahead. I won't be offended. So I'm going to get my 3 pieces of this out. Because these are so close in color, I'm trying to separate them with the carrot fabric. I do think these little banner pieces turned out really cute. And you'll get a ton of strings. I think it's the way I tore the fabric, but I just kind of pull them as I go. So again, fold it in half, go front to back. So then we'll pull out 3 of the carrots. So did everyone have a great weekend? Tell me what you did. My apologies. I told you all on Saturday that I was going to kind of do a surprise pop-up tomorrow to get this finished, but I decided that I'd better try to start cleaning up my craft room because it is a disaster, and it has been for months. So I got sidetracked and hot and sweaty and super frustrated because I have way too much stuff. So my little pop-up did not happen last night, and my apologies. I gotta turn. I was gonna videotape this from a different angle, so I got my old phone out, but that didn't work. Okay, so it's looking like, oh wait, I still have one more piece of color of fabric to go. This may be just enough. We could always add in some of that yellow yarn to use up some more space. So folding in half, the loop goes in the front, the tails go towards the back, and I believe this is like a lark's head knot. So fold it in half, my loop goes on the front, my tails go around the back, and I pull the tails toward the front to that loop. Okay, so that's, I think I may have pulled on it. I'm just using my cutting mat. I think that's pretty good, because I can pull. And you can spread them out. You can always add more in. Okay, so we'll just move. So that's what we have so far. It's kind of hard to see. So we'll just keep going. Bonita says, when you get yours cleaned up and organized, would you mind coming to do mine? Well, at this rate, I may never. I mean, the others, if you could see the other side of the room, although it's cleaner than it has been, but my life, when I clean, it seems like, remember those little puzzles that have all of the squares where you have to move one square to move another square to move another square to move another square? It's kind of how it feels like in here. So right now I'm just kind of putting things in places so that I can make room to put them in other places. So that's why I never get done, because I get frustrated. But we moved some pieces of furniture. I don't know if you saw in the beginning. I was missing a piece of furniture from behind me. I moved it across the room and added another 9-cube shelf behind me so I could have a little bit more wall space to hang some pictures up. Jason or Bonita says, ha ha ha, I know that puzzle feeling. It drives me crazy, but that's pretty much kind of how my life goes, especially when trying to organize something. I mean, it was like a real life hoarder situation in here. I could barely get the door open, and then I had to squeeze my way around a cart and a few other things to get to my craft desk, and it just had enough. Sorry, you probably can't see that very well. So do you guys prefer this full overhead shot, or do you like the side by side? I'm not a big fan of showing my face, but I know some people feel that's a little more personable. If you're looking for like fabric and stuff, a lot of times I'll kind of bypass the fabric and I'll go to the bandana section at like Hobby Lobby, because they have all sorts of colors. So I use a lot of bandanas. And I do prefer to wash my fabric ahead of time. I did not wash these, but they feel sometimes like the bandanas are really stiff, and so I do wash those. But this material is fairly soft. Benita says she likes being able to see the full project. I do too, because when I had the side by side up, you could only see like 3 pieces. Of course, I keep getting it so far. I keep pulling it towards myself, and then you guys can't see it. So I'm going to pull some of these down. And then the nice thing is I did not secure these, so you can keep moving the pieces as you need. Okay, so let's keep moving. It's going fairly fast. I'm sure this is so fun to watch me put all these on. I do know that one of Roy's former teams will win tonight. That's a given, considering he coached both teams at points in his life and career. Oops, that one's way inside out. And actually this piece of, and I think I said earlier, this fabric is actually a fitted sheet I bought, and it's from like the teen collection at Walmart. I always like to cover up with a blanket when I'm downstairs, and like the fleece blankets are really heavy in the summer, so I bought this cute little sheet set to have the flat sheet to use as my summer blanket. So I just kept the fitted sheet and put it in my fabric stash. So if there's especially if you ever find any like buffalo check sheets, that would be a great way to get lots of buffalo check fabric for inexpensive. So here's the watercolor fabric. I probably could have put more in between, but this way I'll have fabric left over for other projects. And I did leave out this one. I like it, but I don't think it matches and it looks odd compared to, it looks too bold for the rest of these. So I'm actually going to make it its own little banner. So just kind of a one-off banner. So if you were wondering where that went, oops, I bumped something. Don't forget, if you like the project, don't forget to mash that heart button. If you'd also do me a favor and spread the chalk love all over Facebook, that would be great. Tag your crafty friends. And you just have to decide whether you want your fabrics all scrunched up or loose with some space in between. I like them all scrunched up, so I like them as smashed together as I can get them. So again, I'm just folding my little, and these are about, I forgot to tell you, they're anywhere between 18 and 20 inches. Fat quarters are usually 8 by 18, 18 by 18. Bandanas, I think, are a little wider. Of course, funny thing, do you know why a fat quarter is called a fat quarter? I didn't know this until a couple weeks ago. So my strips are about 18. I think the sheets are a little longer just because I was guesstimating. Okay, so we've got almost all of our sections done. I'll just pull this one down. Yellow. We've got quite the little pile of strings going on over here. Bonita and Jason both ask why it's called a fat quarter. Well, I'm assuming this is true, but I was watching somebody else put a fabric banner together, and they said a fat quarter is called a fat quarter because it's 18 by 18. It's actually a quarter of a yard. Or it's a quarter of a yard. That's why it's called a fat quarter, which would make sense because of, well, no, that doesn't make sense, right? Because in the, it's a quarter of a, would it be a quarter of a yard? Or no, it would be half. No, wouldn't a quarter be? Well, yeah, because, well, a quarter would be 9. It's a square foot of a yard, right? Mr. Mathematician that's sitting out there. Oh no. Yeah, it's a quarter. If you took, if you if you cut a quarter or a yard of fabric into 4 squares, then you get a fat quarter, like 4 equal squares. It just it had to make sense in my mind first, and it finally does. And I boo-booed, but that's okay. I boo-booed. I put the carrot ones on first so I can just slide those down. I don't have to take them off. Bonita, I made my own brain hurt. But I understand it now. I had to visualize it. So if you cut 4 squares out of a yard of fabric, which is 36 by 36, it's actually a little longer than 36 because most fabric is either 44 or 60 inches wide, but it's a yard is 36 inches. So if you did a square, 4 squares out of that, it would be that quarter. I made my own brain hurt, sorry. And okay, so I fixed my boo-boo there. I'll just slide those back down. Okay, so now we have, some have quite a bit more fabric left, but I have fabric that I could put them on either ends. I'll just have to figure out where. Jason says, and Robin's done with numbers for the night. Yep. I've gone past my quota. It's like by about the 4th bingo game, my mind is mush. It's too many numbers. Even though there's no math involved, that is just too many numbers for my brain to handle. Okay. Last one, and then we'll see how many we have left and if we should put any on the ends, which I think we should. I just don't know how many. I wanted to make sure I had an equal amount on the insides. Okay, so there are our sections. Let's see if I can kind of twist it like that so you can kind of see everything kind of roughly. Okay, so there's our banner. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we have quite a bit left. So I have 10 each. Roughly 10 of each. 1, 3. So if we do 3 on that end, 3 on that end, that will leave me, because then I can use the rest on this little banner. So I can do 2 on each side, roughly. We'll pull out 3 for that side, and 3 for this side, 3 for that side, 3 for that side. And I'll probably have more of these. I think I probably overcut too many of those. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, just enough. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Huh, just enough. So we'll put those back in there. Let's put that to the side just so it's out of the way. Okay, so now we'll add these to this end. And I think we'll go the same direction, but we'll work from inside to out. So let's see. Sorry, I missed some comments. Bonita says, did you spray the wooden squares to seal them when you... I did not. I very rarely seal anything, to be honest. Usually because that would mean, like if I tried to seal this after it was done, I would either need to brush something on, which can reactivate the paste, or I would have to somehow bunch all of the fabric up. That's the thing about doing live projects is they're usually done and then I don't seal them. But now if I was doing like a porch leaner, I think like if it was really going outside, then I would seal it. But if it's just inside projects, I very rarely seal anything. Except the earrings that I make, I do seal those. And then anything going outside. But no, I don't ever seal anything. Well, maybe if it was like going in if you were making something for a bathroom, I'll have to ask. One of my friends bought that would poop here again sign, and I don't think that I sealed that. So I'll need to ask them kind of how it's doing. Okay, I'm working backwards, so now I have to think. So I'm just going to put, doing the same thing I did on the inside, just 3 per end. And there's also these I got at Hobby Lobby, and they're 5 by 6. So any of the 5 by 5 transfers that Couture sells would fit perfect. They also have, I think they're 6.5-inch circles, and again, they're the thin eighth of an inch thick wood. So I would probably glue 2 together, but the circles would be really cute as well. It's going a little slower because I have to think backwards and kind of at an awkward angle. This would be cute. I think the bathroom sayings might. I should pull that transfer out and I could tell you if the bathroom sayings would fit, because that would make a really cute little banner. The no selfie in the bathroom transfer. That would make a really cute banner for the bathroom. I just gave myself another idea. Of course. And I think these were they were $3.49 per package. So for $7, that bought me all 12 pieces. Okay, so let's find the other end. There's all my pieces. So bring this to this end. So again, I'm just folding my strips in half. I'm doing a lark's head knot. So fold it in half. Get your loop. Your loop goes on the front side. Your tails go towards the back. And you pull your... Oh, I got to redo that one again. Tails got uneven. Some people tie these on, like just in a knot. I just like to do this lark's head knot. It's easier to remove, like if you needed to change out your fabrics or anything. I like the look of it, of this looped knot. Okay, so we have the carrots. These are cute, but they're kind of time consuming. But this would be a fun project, like if you chalked it out and then had all your fabric strips ready to go. This is something you could do in front of the TV while you're binge watching something, or watching the NASCAR race or a basketball game, or if you're like us, we like to watch cooking shows. Tell me what your favorite show to watch on TV is. What's your favorite thing to watch? Do you watch a lot of sports? I had that big one. There we go. So I had that big wad of string, and now I just got it mixed up in my banner. Okay, on to the watercolor fabric. We love to watch cooking shows. Of course, that gets bad because then we get hungry at like 9 o'clock at night. And we're big NASCAR fans. I always like to joke that underneath all this makeup is a redneck. But that's just being funny. Jason likes to watch Big Bang Theory. We do like to watch. If we're not watching a cooking show, we're usually watching the Big Bang Theory. Bonita says she loves Hallmark. I usually watch Hallmark movies when I'm crafting in my craft room because I don't want to make the boys watch those. We have watched Big Bang Theory forwards, backwards, and then forwards and backwards again. But it never gets old. We still laugh. You can find something new in every episode that you watch, regardless of how many times you've watched it. There's still something new to laugh at. Okie doke. That is it. We've finished our banner. Just trying to work on get some of these are closer together than others. Now let's see how long it is. Let's go back to this. I don't even know if I can hold it up. I don't know if my arms are long enough. Let's see. Put it away this way. You can see some of it. It's got to go the other way. So there is, let me hold it up from wood piece to wood piece. There. 70 Hawks. Bonita says ditto when I'm in the basement crafting for Hallmark. Shoo, sorry, I had to sneeze. So there is our banner. I can hold it up. Let's get these back behind, and then we'll hang down the front. How's that? There you kind of still. So there you go. There is our cute little banner. I'm just gonna pull. I don't know if I can find the bathroom transfer. I don't know if it's readily available. I've been so scattered here lately that I don't know what I have and what I don't have. So let's put this back on. I did get this one the other day. I know Benita said she got it. I'm outdoorsy. I like to drink on patios. I'm terrible about doing projects and then just stacking up my transfers. Here's the new Club Couture transfer for the month. I should be doing this project on Wednesday, a project with this new transfer. Benita says, God bless you. And she absolutely loves this banner. It is cute. I have a disaster. And it's probably not in here. I did get this little one too. Enjoy the little things. It has the cutest little fireflies, and it looks really cute on the jar cutouts, which I also got the single jar cutouts. This is some of the new stuff I got that I haven't put away yet. It must not be in this stack. It's probably put away actually where it's supposed to be, but oh well. I'll have to measure the bathroom selfie transfer and see if it fits these little banner shapes, because that would make a cute little banner as well. Let's run through a few housekeeping. I just showed you the Club Couture transfer for the month. This one is Keep Going, Keep Growing, and it comes with Pesto, Shimmer Melon, and Tide, which I think, or maybe it's Sage. I think it's Sage. I can't read it from here. Sage, Shimmer Melon, and Tide, which those colors look really good together. This is an exclusive transfer. You only get it as a Club Couture member or a designer. It is $19.99 a month with the 3 paste singles. It comes delivered to your mailbox. There is a 3-month minimum commitment to sign up, but you can cancel at any time after that. Also, as a club member, you get $4.95 flat rate shipping. And then we're also eligible for any promos and deals that are hosted by Chalk Couture. Words are getting hard. This month's special, and I cannot remember if this is just a Club Couture deal or if it's a customer facing deal, but it's the Perfect Pairs promo. You can buy one, get one free if you buy, so I have the 5 bundles pictured. If you buy a transfer tote, then you can get a size A transfer for free. If you buy a quick dry tool, you can get a detail tool for free. If you buy the pop-up porter, which I've been told that holds a lot, you can get a basics bag, tool bag for free. If you buy the self-healing cutting mat, you get the paste scraper for free, and I absolutely love my cutting mat. If you buy the Fine Mist sprayer, then you get a package of board erasers for free, and that is while supplies last through the end of the month. So those are in the specials section of the my Chalk site. So if you go to chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations, go to the specials tab, and that's where all of these buy one, get one free promotions are. Also a new kit launched, and it has some of the new summer transfers. So if you look on the stack of transfers where the apron is, there's a pretty sunflower. I'm excited to get that one. So for $99 plus tax and shipping, you can get $240 worth of product, and you also, as a designer, get 40% off. If you would choose to build, you could choose to build your own business basic starter kit by investing in $19, and it gets you the apron, the catalog, the designer starter guide, and the apron and the business builder transfer. You can get that for $19, and then you can use your 40% off coupon plus a one-time 15% off coupon to build your own starter kit. So a couple of options there. And I also want to let you know that there are new transfers that are releasing on April 14th, but that means we have to say goodbye to other transfers and products. And so also, if you're looking at those specials on the Chalk site, go to the Last Chance tab, because there's a lot of really pretty transfers that will be sold out forever once those Last Chance transfers are gone. So check that out if you happen to be on my Chalk site. Again, chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I think I'm going to be, I posted earlier that I would be live on Wednesday, but Jason and I serve on the cleaning team at church. So our schedule may be changing. So we may be cleaning at the church on Wednesday, but I will let you know. No live on Saturday because I will be at an in real life event at CJ's Creative Marketplace here in Salina from 10 to 4. So if you happen to be out and about, stop by and say hi. There's going to be quite a few vendors that are extending their booth setups to outside. So I'll have a lot more available than what is usually at CJ. So stop by. I think it's 901 East Crawford. It's right next to Key Rexall. It'll be out in the parking lot. So come see me and say hi. And with that, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you later on in the week. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.